Hey, Thomas here. Today we're going to be checking out Red Sea's brand new ReefDose dosing pumps. You might remember I've actually got a couple of Reef Wave pumps on my tank behind me, and I've been really happy with those, so I'm really curious to see how these dosing pumps stack up. They have some really great features to keep them super accurate. The app looks super intuitive and can create complex dosing schedules automatically for you, which is wonderful. Plus, they got some really good looking accessories that go along with it, which I'm excited to show you, so let's dig into it. Dosing pumps have become a staple piece of reefing gear for many reefers. The ability to automate our dosing of calcium, alkalinity, magnesium, trace elements, and other liquid additives not only takes that job off of our plates, but also in a way that adds to the stability of our reef systems and the success that we have with our corals. What most reefers are looking for in a quality dosing pump is accuracy, first and foremost, for obvious reasons, along with a easy-to-use interface for setting up and programming those dosing schedules. We'd also like it to be compact, quiet, easy to do maintenance on, have a solid, robust build quality so things aren't breaking on us constantly, and a reasonable price tag is always nice. Red Sea's ReefDose 2 and 4 do a fantastic job of checking off those key boxes. They're compact, using the same profile as their Reef Wave pump controllers. They have very easy to remove dosing heads with a keyed shaft, along with direct drive planetary geared motors for improved accuracy and precision down to 0.05 milliliters. They have onboard buttons for priming your dosing lines, a solid mounting plate, and they are programmable through the ReefBeat app using a very simple and user-friendly interface that's going to make setting up a dosing schedule quick and easy. Also, there are a few great accessories I'm going to touch on as well, and if you know me at all, my hat being a pretty good example, you'll know at least one reason that I'm super excited about these. In the box, you'll find the ReefDose with the mounting plate already on the back, a very nice glass graduated cylinder for calibration, the power supply, the user manual, a set of mounting screws, and prepared labels for Red Sea supplements, as well as a blank set of labels for making your own if you use other supplements. The ReefDose comes in two models, the 2 and the 4, sporting, you guessed it, 2 and 4 pump heads respectively. Each pump head is capable of single drop accuracy of give or take 0.05 milliliters, a daily dose range from as little as 0.2 milliliters up to 1,000 milliliters in 0.1 milliliter increments, and 3 dosing flow rates of 15 milliliters per minute, 30 milliliters per minute, and 45 milliliters per minute, depending on your needs and also how quiet you prefer your doser to run. I think it's pretty safe to say that most reefers are likely going to set the pumps to whisper mode at 15 milliliters per minute because we really prefer our tanks seen and not heard. But if your tank goes through an absolute ton of additives, or you prefer them to be dosed quickly for some reason, it's great to know that you have the option to turn the pump speed up. Taking a closer look at the dosing heads, they're really easy to remove and click back into place with a nice firm snap, which is great and makes maintenance really easy whether you're attaching new dosing lines or replacing the peristaltic tubing. Speaking of attaching dosing lines, each head also has a pair of reverse locking nuts to make sure the dosing tubes stay firmly attached. When you flip them over, you'll notice that the shaft that turns the dosing head isn't the typical cylindrical metal rod, but actually a rectangular peg, which is going to prevent any slipping between the motor and the head, which certainly plays a part in the accuracy of these dosers. They also automatically align and engage when the motors start up, so you don't need to stress over them being aligned perfectly when you snap the head back into place. Like I mentioned earlier, the body of these dosing pumps have the same profile as the Reef Wave pump controllers while being deep enough front to back to accommodate those motors, which keeps things looking nice and symmetrical if they're all mounted to a controller board, which is a really nice touch. On the back of the unit, you have a pair of cord routing channels, so you can run the power cord either to the side for those who want to be able to sit it on a shelf, or straight down if you're mounting it to a controller board. The mounting bracket is fantastic. It feels solid while sliding on and off really easily, and still allows for access to that recessed button on the back of the unit. Speaking of buttons, there are actually physical buttons right on the front of the doser. One button for each dosing head so that you can prime the lines, as well as one button on the back for Wi-Fi settings. Beyond that, you do all of the scheduling through the ReefBeat app. The app is very easy to work with and walks you through the setup of each head step by step, from priming to calibrating to setting up your dosing amounts. You can select the additives you're using from the drop-down menu, which not only includes Red Sea's line, but also includes other popular brands of additives like Tropic Marin and BRS Pharma, just to name a couple. You can also select other and enter the name as well as the type of additive that you're going to be using if it isn't already in the list. One of the best parts of the ReefBeat app is that it will automatically map out your dosing schedules for you. You can select if you want that particular dosing head to dose the supplement once daily, over 24 hours, or even a custom schedule, and the app will automatically map out all of the dosing heads you've programmed to create a full schedule that will make sure your dosers don't conflict with one another, which is wonderfully convenient. The app is also going to compensate for any missed doses, which can happen when you're doing maintenance and things are in feed mode. Keep track of how much supplement is left in the container and notify you when it's getting low, or send you a notification if you forgot to clip a dosing head back on, provide a 30-day dosing log, and even automatically trigger feeding mode on other Red Sea gear like the Reef Wave pumps when dosing liquid foods like AB+. If the super user-friendly app wasn't enough, Red Sea also went ahead and made some really stunning dosing tube kits that include not only a set of what I personally think are awesome colored dosing lines, but also a set of barbed fittings for each tube that clip into a dosing line holder, as well as a set of 3 dosing tube clips to neatly route them on the inside of your cabinet while keeping them tidy and out of the way. The kits come in 2 different color schemes, blue-green as well as red-yellow, which is great for keeping track of which lines are going to which supplement. The dosing tube holder is actually quite nice and has rubber pads on the inside to firmly grip to the edge of your tank or sump. It won't easily accommodate a trim or a Euro brace though, so that is something to consider. The tube clips are really well thought out. They include double-sided foam tape for mounting, as well as screw holes if you prefer to go that route, and there are little slots on the inside of each clip that hold the dosing lines, which makes them very easy to mount even if you're doing it upside down, up underneath the inside of your stand. If maybe you don't like rainbow dosing lines, but you do really like the idea of those clips, you can pick them up in a 3-pack by themselves, so you can use them with whatever standard dosing tubes you've already got on your system. So if you've been waiting for a very accurate and very easy to use dosing pump, and the ReefDose matches your reefing mantra, you can go ahead and pick one up for yourself by clicking right here.